Test, 1, 2. Step back.
What people like to do.
Last year, we held our first My Team Unlimited tournament. My Team mode allows you to cherry pick your players. Now, let's play this little game right here where you can cherry pick your starting 5 from past or present NBA players. Who you got?
I got Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, myself, and Pistol Pete Maravich.
How many games you guys
Actually, I'm going to trade Pistol Pete for Steph Curry, because he's my favorite player right now.
Really?
Yeah, and we'd go 1,000-0. Nobody would beat us.
I know you have children. Do they play 2K?
I have 3 sons and 3 daughters. My 3 sons definitely play.
And what team do they choose when they play?
I don't ask them.
Clap your hands, everybody, if you got what it takes. Cause I'm KRS and I'm on the mic and the biz on the brand.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, DA taking over.
Even though...
Thank you, David. I think we all knew a shoe deal would be coming his way at some point.
Well, it's the benefit of being a star in college for 4 years. You've established yourself as a household name, and Jay's people are leveraging that.
Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. DJ Augustine out there. Sixers checked in for the Cavaliers. Michael Carter-Williams checked in for the Magic. Many players on their best behavior to start the year. Do things get more chippy as the season goes on?
If you were in a marriage, Kevin, let's say, and you are. Let's say you had what's called the honeymoon phase.
Yes.
Right around December, that's about your 5th year of marriage. And guys start to think about, you know what, I keep seeing you every day, and I don't like how it is that I'm playing, and I don't like where we are right now. It's cold in this gym. What is going on? That might spill over occasionally to competition on the field.
Well, because my wife plays this game, watches our broadcast,
yeah.
I'm always in the honeymoon stage.
I'm looking at you, Kevin, and I cannot believe you just said that.
I can't believe she's playing it. That free throw good from the monster. Well, you have to applaud Shea for doing what he feels is right. I heard that, Greg, after a recent game, he made sure to spend time with his fans.
And that is something that you don't see enough of from the young rookies coming into the league. Glad to hear that Jay remembers that ultimately it is all about the fans.
Here's Sexton. The shot from the low post is good. Sexton's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Closer Sexton gets to the basket, the more dangerous he can become, and the defense has got to recognize that.
Fultz. That one, no good. Nance with some nice D. Outside, Porter. It's tipped. Isaac with the steal. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Carter-Williams with the ball. Dishes to Aminu. Banked in off the glass.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Now, here's Sexton. Carter-Williams covering. Sexton the pass to the monster. Misses the 3. Orlando leading by 7. Here's Isaac.
And last year, not only did the Cavs fail to return to the finals, they only won 19 games.
Yeah, and they won 50 games the year before without Kyrie. That's how much LeBron James meant to this franchise. He defines the word irreplaceable.
That's good from Isaac.
And the overall skill set that Isaac possesses really off the charts. A big man who can run the floor, but also with that wingspan can defend the rim.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Sexton. That one is no good. And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Trailing here by 8. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
Yeah, we talk about gutsy wins, and on a night like that in the last game where they just did not shoot it well, that's a steal during a regular season.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
The Magic have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. John Henson's checked in for Zizic, and Murray's subbed in for Porter. Ken Burns is checked in for the Magic. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Passes it to Fultz. From 12 feet out, here's Bamba. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Now here is Dellavedova. Here's the monster. And the 3 off target.
Man, I can't hit 1-3.
1 second left. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter.
Wait. Yeah, 0 for 3. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Magic?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Murray out there with Larry Nance. Then it's John Henson. And there's the monster. And it's Dellavedova in at the point. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now here's Carter Williams. Defense right on him. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David. Henson finds Dellavedova. Murray with it. A baseline J, and that one drops for him. Magic leading by 5. Now Carter Williams. High arcing shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Carter Williams has got his second basket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent, something you're active in right now. And, there are some players who are playing crew, who are... And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's the monster. Carter Williams covering. The monster passes to Zizic. Here's the monster. Back to Zizic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 17-footer. And there's the basket.
Everybody's scared to shoot. Yeah.
The Monsters got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's guarded closely and good that time. Carter Williams has got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Porter kicks to Sexton. There's 37 seconds left now here in the second. Count it. Good. Sexton's got 12.
How about the soft touch there from Sexton? Big athlete, but showing now he's got a feathery touch.
Pass to Gordon. Inside. It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. And Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And that's why he's not a top option for them right now offensively. They still cannot trust him, even on those easy shots, Kevin.
Carter Williams with it. He's got 8. Here's Vucevic. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. And the Magic lead by 2.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Orlando out in front, leading. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just... We've got second half action for you. And if the next couple quarters are similar to the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. John Henson's checked in for Thompson. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. The Monsters checked in for Clarkson, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Sexton. Then for the Magic, Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Aminu in for Isaac. Here's Birch, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
And so in the game for the Magic, we've got DJ Augustine.
My goodness.
He's out there with Fultz. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Bamba. And it's Birch into the power forward position.
It's just so easy the way Larry Nance Jr. just gets up off the floor.
And a coaching hire by the Cavaliers that caught most off guard. John Beilein had led the Michigan Wolverines for 12 seasons, their all-time leader in coaching wins.
Well, there was also talk the year prior about John Beilein joining the Detroit Pistons organization, so finally making the jump to the NBA, where it's a much different challenge. It's going to be very interesting.
And here's Fultz. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here.
Give me that VC.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Barry, Rick Anthony.
Okay, so how do you think that one went, Hornet?
Give it a solid B.
All right, just looking for Green. See, he wants some free shots.
Hey, how you been, man?
see you out there doing work. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
See you later.
Bring it in, fellas. We got a lot of work to do. We have got to find a way to create more scoring opportunities in transition. All right, let's get set up and start practice.
Turn it up! Pull it!
How do I miss that? It's a lie.
Hey, he can ball, huh? I see you in front of him! I see him! Go over it!
Thank you. Give me the ball, Van Fleet. Hey. There's some LeBron clutch plays there.
Outstanding effort. Now let's set up the next drill.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Who got ball?
Give me that. Hurry up, miss your shot. Get my own rebound. Right there. No.
Nice work, fellas. Try to stay alive and get some additional reps in.
I see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Come on. Hey, green light.
Hey, hit me up.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Shot.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go.
Now I'm stuck. Now I can't do anything.
Next time, man. Next time.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Watch the screen. Pressure him up. Screen coming! Hey, he can ball, huh? Hey, see you later, man.
To see them have fun.
In the NBA right now, do you have anybody that you have your eye on?
I like Giannis because he's definitely playing out of position, but he's definitely turning the game around. When I was coming up, big guys were automatically taught to rebound and pass it to a guard, but he is a guard and he's 7 foot, and every time he gets it in the paint, he's trying to throw it down, dunk on people, plays with a lot of aggression, making his name for himself. You know, whenever you got a young guy in a small market, but he's known worldwide, that's just, you know, showing you that
Don't miss out on any upcoming Cavaliers games. Visit us online or at a ticket booth for more information. All
Cleveland, Ohio, is the...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the...
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from DA. It's all yours.
And for Che, it wasn't a straight line pass.
Fantastic as always, David. Thank you. Che certainly had his ups and downs, Greg, along the way.
Well, ultimately, having to fight for a spot in this league may make him a better player. He's off.
Many times, the regular season is a grind. I think you said that before. Do the veteran players need to teach the young guys how to handle that schedule?
I clearly think, Kevin, that the veterans can be helpful, but there's nothing like firsthand experience, and you really have to experience the length and the grueling nature of the season to understand how you best can weather the schedule, but veterans certainly can be helpful.
Is there a rookie wall, Clark? Is that true?
Yeah, I think there is one. Clearly, I hit it, and most rookies that I've talked to during my time and beyond find a period in that season when they bump into that wall.
No good for the Monster. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. So they take the lead.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Sexton the pass to Thompson. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. The shot's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Bledsoe looking around. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the bench.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. John Henson's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Murray. And it's Garland in for Sexton. To the inside. Outside for Bledsoe. The tray. Nailed from
oh my goodness,
land.
Such a lie.
Bledsoe's got his second basket of the night.
You know, really, Bledsoe has to keep hitting it from deep. When he does, I think that really opens up the floor for him and his team.
Here's the Monster. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
No good from Bledsoe.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And there's the pass to the Monster. Three-pointer. Kept alive.
Look perfect.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Shooting for Cleveland.
First free throw is good. And Greg, after this season, Antetokounmpo will be eligible to sign a Supermax extension. The Bucks want him to stay happy.
The loss of Malcolm Brogdon last summer definitely stung. Trying to control costs, but you don't want to take a step back with Giannis's decision looming.
The Bucks making a switch here. Hill's checked in. The Monster passes to Dellavedova. Second chance effort, and Nance with the layup.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now, here is Hill. He had 13 points in the win against Atlanta. And the dunk by Lopez.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Pass to the Monster. Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by the Bucks. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, now when their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent, that led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Bucks lead by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.
In the Nigeria way, you gotta.
Substitution here for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Ante Zizic. Nance comes in for John Henson. The Monsters checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Sexton in for Garland. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from the Monster. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Shot clock at 6. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Wasted no time on that one. 7 points for the Monster. Bucks leading by 8. The shot by Antetokounmpo.
No way.
Nobody around, and a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter.
You know, in just his first season with Milwaukee, a huge success for Coach Budenholzer. I mean, came in and led the team to the top seed in the East, gave the franchise a huge boost, and I think they found their leader for the next several years.
Passes it to Sexton. Oh, Nance in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Giannis, no good. Clark for the Bucks. The players said Budenholzer instilled a sense of confidence in the team.
And you know what? Sometimes you have a coaching change, and that injection of a different type of approach and the change in culture can make a big difference. Coach Budenholzer has always shown the ability to get the most out of his roster and shows you what a difference a coach can make.
43 seconds left in the first half. Fires from deep.
Score
the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shootout this team.
Get that
Oh, man. Bledsoe's a master at taking it to the rack. I mean, his combination of strength and speed, hard to contain.
No good from the Monster.
Come on, man.
And it's the Bucks on the break. The kick out to Matthews. Fires from 18. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've been playing some ferocious defense.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, your guys have been able to limit their scoring. How have you done that?
Well, Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit. There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo. Swap here for Cleveland. Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You know, you think about some guys that would fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed. Hands out there with John Henson. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And there's the Monster. And it's Garland in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
On purpose,
Bucks leading by 14. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an all-star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. Sexton, he's checked in for Cleveland. The Bucks also with the sub. Bledsoe's checked in. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a 14-point game. Tries from 16. The shot's good from the Monster. The Monster's got 13.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
Here's Connaughton, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Hill kicks to Connaughton. To the middle. Here's Ilyasova. Lays it up off the glass. Ilyasova's got his first 2 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
John Henson.
That free throw, no good.
Former Tar Heel.
On the wing, Porter. Over Middleton. And another miss by Cleveland. And so the Bucks take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. All the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin
D plus whatever. I played as a B average at least.
Of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
I'm the 2K MC. Fall has taken over the neighborhood, and the 2K Compete events keep on rolling all year long. Here's what's going down. Tonight, hop into the neighborhood quick, cause it's dime time at 7 p.m. Pacific. If everyone contributes assists, then everyone gets VC.
Greetings from 2K Sports, and nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sideline.
Well, guys, for all of the...
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy,
different look now for Cleveland. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And the Monsters subbed in for Clarkson. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Steve, we still have players settling into the new season. When you were playing, did you typically start fast, or did it take a while for you to kind of find your rhythm?
Kevin, I think you're like this. I played 14 years. Those first 8, I got off to great starts. Those last 6, oh, Lord, it looks like it was like my feet was in the sand. But usually you get going. The best time to really get going is at the end.
Now Drummond. 20 points for him last game against San Antonio. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jackson. And it's Osman with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got his second bucket.
Multi-time NBA rebound leader. Might want to think about putting a body on Drummond.
No good from the monster. Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the Spurs. In the corner, Kennard with it. Drummond trying to get himself free. Shots good by Kennard. Kennard's got 5.
Great look by Blake Griffin. When your foreman has that ability to pass the basketball, it's a major advantage.
Here's Kennard. No good on the shot, and it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Count it.
Refining his skill set inside, you see the work Thompson's putting into his game.
Right side Jackson, and it's in there. He's got 8.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Sexton the pass to the monster. There's 45 seconds left here in the first quarter. Back to Sexton. He kicks it to Nance. Shoots over Griffin. The shot's good from Nance.
And how about the job Nance has done to try to make himself into a more consistent offensive threat.
And the jam by Doumbouya.
Beautiful location.
Snell dishes to Jackson. Over in the corner, Brown.
Oh, they got me.
No good on the 3. The Cavaliers trail by 10, and the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards. Reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
The monster out there with Garland. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Zizic in at the center position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Cleveland. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Ante Zizic. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. And the Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from.
And here we go, Coach's Challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. The challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Shoot that, man.
Now here's Nance. He's tightly guarded. Here's the monster, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, one area that has slowed the Pistons the last decade is their player development.
Yeah, GA, you look at their roster, very few homegrown players. The Pistons haven't had a lot of hits with their first-round picks. To be a top team, you need to have a front office that can build from within.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Here's Jackson. Nance gets the rebound. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cavaliers. They trail by 7. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
You know, if you're cold from range, there are other ways to score. You can post up, dribble drive, get out in transition.
5 to shoot. Jackson passes to Drummond. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 6 points for Andre Drummond.
The agile feet of Drummond. He's like a dancing bear out there. Nice roll off the pick.
Here's the monster. Gets it to go.